always try and rush the beginning of these shows because I have in my mind this thing, just hurry up and play the songs. It's so strange. I think it might be like the idea of playing a gig in a room with people, and if you're talking or introducing something, just the idea that there's going to be one drunk person who goes, just play a song, shut up and play a song. That's never even happened to me, but for some reason I have this stuck in my mind. And so instead of just like fussing around here on my own and being late, I thought I'd invite you into the ukulele tuning portion of the set, which for some reason is taking way longer because I'm talking. Hello, how are you? I am well, thank you very much for asking. It was my birthday on Saturday, but it might not seem like it, but I do have a personal life. So I took the weekend to be with friends and family. Not that I would have done a live stream on a Saturday. I'm sure you also have a personal life. But I might have done it last week, but I was too jet lagged last week. I've been sharing videos of little bits of being in South Korea, which was amazing. I do slightly regret inviting you into this portion of the gig now. The great thing is, if anyone wants to comment, they have to sign up and wait 5 minutes, so hopefully by then their anger at having to listen to this will have abated somewhat. That'll do. If you have been attending these shows for the whole time I've been doing them, which many of you have, thank you very much, you'll know that I've been theming these gigs because otherwise I just won't know what to play. The theme today is whatever I like. So I have a list of songs here that I like. I like all of them, and I definitely like all of these. And if I feel brave enough, I will play you a song I've never performed live before, that has never been performed live ever before, but you may have heard it. There's a clue. There's a clue for you. See how I feel later. I will raise a cup to you. It would be red wine, but I thought if the gig goes badly because I drank some red wine, that would be lame. So I'll have some red wine another time. But please feel free to drink away. Drink yourself silly there, wherever you are. Have a great time. Toasting birthdays, mine, other people's, and yours, I think. This is a song called Life of the Party, and it's for the introverts. When did the light fade out of your eyes? When did the life drain? I'll start that again. Let's pretend it was red wine and that's my excuse. When did the light fade out of your eyes? When did the life drain out of mine? Now when the storm comes, I'm ready to run. How do you explain what we've become? Just wait. Don't leave yet. Don't second guess. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the light. I dream of a birthday, chocolate cake in my hand, the simplest fiction from my crash land. It shouldn't surprise me, the mess that we're in, 'cause if it's not raining, it's threatening. Don't leave. You've never known me. Just listen. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the light. Where did the love go out of your kiss? Why does it always come back to this? I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I am the light, I am the light. Hands up if you're an introvert. No one puts their hand up. Get it? Because they're introverts. Every time I drink tea, I go, ah, and I only become really aware of it when I'm live on the internet. Voices randomly breathless, gonna get off of this sinking ship, but the water's deafening. I'm still dreaming of drowning, trying to escape this relentless planet, but my sheets are paper thin. Tuck the violence in your pillow, surf the silence, but don't swallow all the tears. Wishing these days could be over, going to bed when it's light outside, and I flew 10,000 miles. I'm seashaken and screaming, doing my best, but I've got to go. Don't expect me for a while. Tuck the violence in your pillow. Serve the silence, but don't swallow all the tears. Tuck the violence in your pillow. Serve the silence, but don't swallow. Tuck the violence in your pillow. Stand and fight now. Meet me tomorrow. I was so busy planning my set, setting up all the stuff, checking everything going wrong. Hopefully that wasn't clear that had happened. Setting it all up again. I don't have a list of talking points for my birthday party live stream. I don't normally have a list of talking points, but it did occur to me that now I am a grown-up woman of 43. Maybe I should start having a little think about the things I might say on the stage in my room alone once a month. But no, not this time. I can tell you a bit about that song, Seashaken. So I have actually been a bit more prepared than I'm making out. This is an album called Exotic Monsters. This came out in 2021. It just turned 3 years old, but I was away, and it's not that I forgot, it's just that I decided to take 18 days, maybe it's more like 20 days, off social media. It was so good, I don't really want to go back, so I'm basically not going back. Anyway, so I'm kind of celebrating this at the moment, as well as myself. Not really. And so that song was from that album. If you don't own a copy of it, there are many, many copies downstairs in my house on CD and vinyl. Actually, there's not many vinyl left. I think there's fewer than 20 copies on vinyl left. There's 2 different colours, and CDs are available. And I'm really proud of it, and I'm working on the follow-up to it right now. Not right now, I'm doing this right now. But as I stand here, I can see the whiteboard over here in the other side of my room with a list of all the songs I'm working on, except I can't see them because I'm not wearing my glasses. So that's fine. It's not like I'm being judged or anything by the things I haven't done yet, but I'm working on them at the moment. And members of my Correspondence Club on Patreon will know that there's quite a lot of songs on that list, more than there should be for one album, which might mean I'm making 2. For reasons that are probably beyond banal, I'm going to try and batch as much music as possible, as soon as possible, so I can start releasing things more regularly. Wouldn't that be nice? I think that would be nice. I want to do that. I just came to the realization that I've got so many song ideas and bits of demos and voice memos and stuff on my hard drive. There's so many, I'll never get to finishing all of them. And that's fine, because most of them maybe wouldn't be great songs anyway. But I don't want to live my life and regret not spending more time on the voice memos and stuff and seeing where they could go. So I'm pumping up the volume, or the, what's the word? Pumping up the energy. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just going to make loads of music. So I'm pleased and excited about that, hence the big list. The other thing that I've got here to show you is the latest Correspondence Club zine with my face on and CD. And I make these bundles 4 times a year, so it's actually almost time for me to start making the next one. And you can only get them if you're a member of the Correspondence Club. So please do go and check that out after the show. Hopefully someone will put a link in the comments to it. It's patreon.com/penfriendrocks. That is the best way to directly support the making of new music and videos and just get these cool exclusive things that there are very few of. So there are fewer than 20. I think there's 19 copies of those left in the house. And you can only get them through the club. So that's what I'm up to. I'm aware that there have been statements made this week by multi-bajillionaires that music is content and is next to free, almost free to create. That's not true. And musicians also need to eat. So yeah, thank you so much for being here to support music and live music and real people doing real things. Because if I just read things like that and wasn't in touch with you, I think I would go mad, because it just would be so discombobulating hearing that when I know that I'm a real person and I know that this isn't, I'm not saying this is hard, it's an absolute privilege to make music, but it's not easy or cheap. So anyway, I digress. I'm going to play more songs. I'll play a couple more and then we can have a chat. So if you've got any questions for me, please type question at the beginning of the question so that my tired eyes can see them when I scan through on my phone in a minute. This is a song, another song off Exotic Monsters. And it's called Out of the Blue. Rain on my cheeks, so tired of pretending. I'm getting lost again. Sea legs are weak, the tide's never ending. Capsize my only friend. I'm going, ooh, nowhere. But I'll come back to you, lift my head out of the blue. Ink on my wrist, a sign for protection. My skin, my only shield. When every note's a cry for affection, those bruises never healed. I'm going, ooh, nowhere. But I'll come back to you, lift my head out of the blue. I was, what's the word? I was given a request. I was requested. I've had a song requested. That's it. And funny story, I had completely forgotten this song existed. And so when I did a ukulele only gig live stream a few months ago, and I didn't play the song. I didn't even remember it existed, as I said. And my lovely husband said the other day, "Why don't you play this song?" And I went, "Oh yeah, I wrote that a long time ago." So I have played it through a couple of times today. I used to perform it a lot. It's really weird. Things just drop out of your head, I suppose. Do you know it? Let me know in the comments if you know the song. It's like, I remember an episode of You Bet in the late 80s, must have been, or early 90s. And someone could guess all the Beatles songs in the first second or 2 seconds. They were supposed to do it in the first 5 seconds. And there's loads of songs by bands I love. I could definitely guess in the first second. You just know, you've listened to it so much. I just thought that was really cool. I don't know why I'm thinking of You Bet now, but I am. I'm not even looking at the comments. There's no point me doing this repeatedly. If you know it, you know it. Well done. Well done, anyway. Well done. Well done for being awesome and turning up to things like this. Indeed, this. Thank you. So yes, my husband has requested a breakup song on my birthday live stream. But this is the same man who bought me a synthesizer called a Grandmother on my 40th birthday. And weirdly enough, that is, every now and again I think it's so strange that I've made lots of efforts to do things here on YouTube and just keep trying stuff and having a nice time and like speaking to you through those videos and stuff. That's the most important part. But one of the most viewed videos on this YouTube channel is a video where I can't play the Moog Grandmother very well. And that's sort of personally does irk me. It sort of professionally irks me. So I need something to do better than that so that I can feel better about my musical ability. Anyway, this is Time to Be Unkind. There's too much to take, we have to break. Darling, it's time to be unkind. I asked you to listen, you told me you would. You promised that all of my plans and my dreams would happen with you. I told you I'd wait, but not forever. Now your long silence proves you are liar. So give me a sign, I can decline. Darling, it's time to be unkind. There's too much to take, we have to break. Yeah, it's time to be unkind. Oh, 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 oh. It occurred to me as I was playing that song that maybe Tim wanted me to play it because if I hadn't written that breakup song, we'd never be together. If I hadn't done the breakup anyway. I'll ask him later. I'll clarify what on earth is that. Let's put this little guy down for a minute on the floor, as per usual. So classy. I'd love to know how you're doing. I'm going to play one more song and then do the question in the chat. Tell me how you're doing. I'd love to know where you're beaming in from. If you are new to my channel, if you're new to my music, hello. Thank you for being here. If you're not new, hello. Thank you for being here. I'm just so glad to be here. One. This song is called Delete. I would introduce all of them and tell you what albums they're on, but I can't remember in the heat of the moment, so that's why. Also, I tend to not over-explain songs because you're not stupid and you can figure out what they're about for you. That's not to say I don't have lots of stories about them. I'm also conscious that I would very happily stand here and rabbit on for 2 to 3 hours with no feedback. Just keep going. And I don't think that's for today because I haven't had any dinner and nor has my husband. And we can only push these things so far, I have discovered. This song is called Delete. It's off my second album, Little Battles. I wrote it in around 2011, 12. Must have been 11 because the album came. See what I mean? Like, I could write these down. It would be better, I think. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't stop, pass by. We didn't know that we'd survive. A simple start. I wasn't expecting to fly. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. It's no, but don't go. Everyone's getting old so quickly. What are we gonna do with this now? I'm so tired. I wasn't thinking about kids and the future. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't stop the clock, don't mention the time. Eyes front and we'll all be fine. Some sorry state you left me in, tear-stained, scuffed and dazzling. I delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. Standing on one leg for some reason. I always stand on my right leg when I'm looping because my loop pedal is here, down here, which is my left leg. This is my right leg. And I've recently realised I've got problems with my legs because of it. So my balance is quite good on my right leg, as you see, because of doing ch-ch-ch. And then my balance on my left leg is terrible. And that is something I've recently learned. I've been sort of doing a bit of a kind of an MOT of my life and my physical body. And there are a few weird things going on. Let me know if you're in your 40s and you've got some weird things going on. Please don't tell me what they are. I am only telling you about my balance. I'm not going to go into any more detail. I've just been learning a lot of stuff. There's a song I'm not performing tonight off Exotic Monsters called I Used to Know Everything. And it goes, I used to know everything, now I'm not sure of much. And that is so true. I used to think I knew lots of stuff, or maybe I didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know. That's more accurate. I didn't think I knew everything, really. And it's just, every week I feel I'm learning a thing, going, we were talking about bell ringing today. I was saying, is there someone in the church ringing the bell when for the clock, etc.? And Tim said yes. And I said, really? That seems ridiculous. Then I looked it up. They're electric. Not all of them, but many of them, probably most of them, are electric. I don't go to church. If you do, that's great. There you go. Curiosity is good. I find myself being especially curious in both ways when I'm writing an album, because I'm thinking about topics to do with my life and also to do with the stuff that's coming up from my self-conscious. Whoa, subconscious. Whoa, that was so subconscious-y. And stuff, and I just start getting really curious about everything. You could argue that I am also curious. Right, I'm going to look in the chat now, see what's going on. And I'm going to drink my tea at the same time, because I can multitask. Any chance of a one-off real-life gig anytime, says Sean Jeffrey. Anytime? Yes. Anytime in the future from now till the end of eternity? Of course. A one-off, no, because that doesn't make any sense for planning, logistics, even just rehearsing and stuff. I don't want to do one-off things. I'm trying to be more efficient, time efficient, etc. It's really expensive to travel, as you will know, if you travel anywhere, and also to do touring stuff. But I'd love to do it again, actually, but not right now. I want to finish at least one of the albums that I'm writing and then have that material to play as well, and then have a proper plan and do something that is coherent. So, yes, that's that. People are bragging about being older than me. Good for you. I think aging is a privilege, so I think that's great. I hope you're all healthier than me and my weird balance. Michael Record. It's only because of the way you say it. I'm not laughing at what happened to you. Michael says that he sneezed and threw his back out. That is a shame. Palmer Violets, what was your favourite thing about Korea? One of my favourite things is that's too hard. One of my favourite things was it was really warm. It was so nice. And then conversely, last night in our Victorian house in June in Nottingham, UK, freezing. There was lots of other things I loved about it. The food is just so incredible, and I don't eat much spicy food, and I was worried about that. I thought that I would be... I didn't want to turn away great new opportunities to try new things, but I also didn't want to have my mouth feel like it had flames in it all the time, which is what happened when I was in Indonesia years ago. Completely different country, nothing to do with Korea, but I'm just saying that was an experience I had when I travelled, and it was not pleasant. But in Korea, what I found was they have lovely, tasty, spicy things, and also there'll be something that counteracts that in the dish or makes it doable. And it was just great. So one of my favourite dishes there, I'm going to pronounce it badly because I'm English. It's called naengmyeon, and it's a cold soup. It's so cold, it's got ice in it, and it's amazing. It's like a clear broth with noodles in there and ice, actual ice. Beautiful. Loved it. Reading. Question. Ian Faulkner, ever thought about a live stream of the She Makes War and Penfriend songs that you've not played for a while? A ukulele version of Got Milk would be unique and fun. That's a great idea, Ian. Maybe I'll do that. Thank you for the idea. I like that. Hello to Charlie Stone, whose wonderful album is out now. It came out last week, I believe. It's fantastic. Please look her up on Bandcamp and on the streaming things. But please, Bandcamp's better, I think, because you could buy something from her if you like it. I realise that my Twitter account, because I'm basically neglecting it now, is just me telling everyone to buy Charlie Stone's album and to buy the Empty Pages album, which is also brilliant. That's all I care about at the moment. Is those brilliant albums. Someone is watching in sunny Wolverhampton. Well, that's lovely, and that's not even a member of my family, but I have several members of my family who live there too, so I visit there quite regularly. Anthony Rice, still got your megaphone? No, the megaphone collection got so out of hand that I just got rid of them all from our last house before we moved here last year. I was just like none of them worked. So it was a megaphone graveyard, really. None of them worked anymore. They were all bashed up, and I felt like I was over the megaphone. And then just now when I was performing that song, I thought, I wish I had one of my megaphones. I don't think I will buy another one. That's maybe in the past. Richard London, question: if you could play or sing with any band or artist, past or present, who would it be? Why do you all keep asking me to pick one thing? I can't pick one thing. I can't pick one anything. Starter or dessert? Why can't I have both? I would normally have a starter and then a main, because I don't find desserts never, they're very rarely coherent with the dish, are they? They're just like a brownie and some random stuff at the end. It's like the restaurant's got no planning in the dessert area, unless they do, in which case it all fits together really well. So you're better off with a starter and a main, and then sort your own pudding out on the way home, probably. Like get a Twix or Ben and Jerry's fish food is my favourite ice cream. Nudge, nudge. I don't know, I'm nudging. So if I could play or sing with any band or artist, past or present, there's loads of people I'd love to sing with. My two absolute favourites, I've said this so many times over the years, and yet I've never done anything to try and make it become a reality. The two artists I would love to sing with the most are The Prodigy and Massive Attack. I lived in Bristol for 11 years and knew people who knew them and never did anything about it. Never sent them an email or a letter or, a demo or anything. I don't know how I think this is going to happen then. Maybe this could be the moment I realise I need to send an email to The Prodigy and go, hiya, I love you. One of my favourite bands ever. Michael Record is asking if I'm going to eat weird pizza again today. I don't think so. I think I'm having a halloumi wrap because a new place has opened up down the road, and we're going to have that instead. And then you're just all applauding me, which is very kind of you. I'm enjoying reading your comments, but I should probably enjoy this afterwards. On my own time. This is my own time. Another thing I realised I was sort of rushing through at these shows was this bit. Again, from that weird little voice in my head of sorry to the lovely gentleman here, but I remember a man sort of go, yeah, shut up, just play a song. Something like that at a gig. Probably wasn't even shouting at me, but I just, These shows are something completely different from a thing I would go and do, my greatest hits set at a club or what have you. And I don't even know what I would play. That's the other thing that sort of worries me. When I start thinking about playing shows in a room with people in the room also, like, a gig in a venue, I just have no idea what I would play. There's too many songs. I'm sorry to complain about having a lot of songs. It's just really difficult. So I got to the point where I had a really good 20-minute sort of greatest hits set, and then I had a really good 30-minute greatest hits set when I was performing under the name She Makes War. And there are certain songs that were always in there. So Delete was always in the middle, and there'd be either Paper Thin or another ukulele song after it. And I'd usually open with 2 guitar songs to sort of set out my stall that I'm actually, I play guitar music and my albums have guitar on, and then I'd go a bit weird in the middle and then pick up the guitar again at the end. But I'm doing the opposite way around today because I'm going to play a couple of guitar songs next. And now that my horrible, sick feeling nerves from the beginning of the gig have gone away, I will try and bravely play the thing I have never played before. Because why not? What difference does it make in life? We need to, fortune favours the brave. You are lovely and friendly and kind, and the song is good. So I'll try playing it. If we were in a rush, we wouldn't all show up 30 minutes early to chat, says Douglas Robertson. And that's a very good point. And Charlie Stone, yes, I could play a different set every night. And I have kept all of the set lists from these shows, so I could just do that. That'd be a good brain twister for me. Question, Duncan Parsons. If you could sing with any two bands, which would you choose? Stop it. Like, that's just two bands. I don't know. I don't think about things like that, really. Would you and Tim ever do Race Across the World, asks Zortowers. I can imagine that'd be intense, but also satisfies the travel urge. I've no idea what Race Across the World is. Please feel free to tell me, because I don't watch the television, so I don't know what that is. I'm just guessing it's a TV show or something that people would have heard of. Tell me more. Sounds cool. Bold and the Doodleful, happy birthday. Saw your show during one of your Berlin gigs and felt like I was seeing you create something new in front of me. That's so amazing. I played a few shows in Berlin, and I don't know how people heard about it, because I don't think it was particularly well promoted, except it was full both times I played in this venue. And after I played, people left, even though there were more people coming on to play. But I don't know who the people were, and I didn't get to speak to them because there was nowhere like where that could have happened in this place. A place called Madame Claude in Berlin, French in Berlin. And were you there? Were you at Madame Claude? They had a room that had furniture. I think this is that place. Furniture stuck onto the ceiling, upside down. It was fun. Which is kind of like the thumbnail for this live stream, which was taken in Korea. People are saying they love Charlie's album, because they are correct. Okay, I think. Oh, here we go. Ian asks, question, Penfriend and Friends. Is Penfriend and Friends still on the cards? Penfriend and Friends is a collaboration album that is an idea in my head that I want to do, and that's one of the many collections of songs that I want to work on. So yes, absolutely. I haven't asked anyone to be my friend on this yet, but I have a list, and the list keeps growing. Question, you can't tell us the title of the new album, Michael Record says, but can you tell us if there is a unifying theme to the songs? Yes, there is a unifying theme to the songs, and if I tell you that, I'm basically giving away the whole thing, so I'm not going to, because I like secrets. Not secrets, but I like to put something together to surprise and delight you when I announce things. And if I tell you things now, it just won't have the impact that I would like. Richard London has retracted a message, and now I'm super intrigued about that. Where have you not toured before that you look forward to appearing? A certain venue, city, country, or stage? Well, I've only really, as myself, as in playing my solo tunes and band tunes and whatever, my own music, I've only toured in the UK, Ireland, Germany, tiny bit in France. Oh no, not tiny, like a few places in France, a couple of places in Belgium. So how about everywhere else? Oh no, I did play in Austria as well. Let's say everywhere else in Europe. It'd be fun to go to America and play my songs. I always thought that my grungy indie rock songs would go down well in America, but it's so annoying that like the reality is so, makes things so hard to do those things. Oh, it shouldn't be so hard. I think I could go to Canada without any like visa problems and tour there. I'd love to do that because I really like Canada. That would be good. And in terms of looking forward to appearing, about venues, I'm newish to Nottingham. I've lived here for 8 months, bit more, maybe 9 months, and I haven't played any shows for years in venues. And I have played at Rock City before, the main room at Rock City, and I've played at Beta, which is the smaller room at Rock City, and I really loved playing both of those places. The gigs were great, and the venues were great separately from the actual night. Also, I played upstairs at Rough Trade. I did a solo show there in Nottingham. And so I'd love to do like a little tour of Nottingham. But obviously that is a foolish errand because you don't play the same city in a row. Like, because the idea is that people won't come to all of the nights. Let me know if I'm wrong. Because the thing is, there were a lot of people at these Nottingham shows, and hopefully they would come again. Maybe we could do a a season ticket, so you could come to all 4 shows, and they'd all be very different. They don't have to be in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They could be maybe once a weekend for a month or something like that. I like the idea of doing an installation where I am the installation. So instead of me touring, I'll just install myself somewhere and people can come to me. And just make it a really immersive experience. So instead of just playing songs, there's nothing wrong with just playing songs, but instead of that, having a whole, and again, I can't go into the details because it will give away the album name and everything, but having a whole experience that you can have at the show, before the show, something like that. So it's almost, so it's an art exhibit, but not in a really wanky way, like in a good way. Something that you would always remember it, that would be great. We've got lots of ideas, but until this album and potentially others are recorded, I'm not going out. I'm not allowed to go out. Okay, I think we're coming to the end of the chat section, and I feel a lot more like I have done this in a slower, more controlled way, not racing through it, trying to get through and make sure I answer everything quickly and what have you. Bodega, so Stephen Eales. Bodega is another great venue here in Nottingham. Yeah, I would obviously definitely put that on the list as well. Charlie Stone, let's do that tour of Canada on the sleeper train together, please. That sounds fun. Play in my garden. Yeah, I've got some quite noisy neighbours, so I would worry that the day I choose to play in my garden, they would pump steps incredibly loudly over the back fence, which is what they like to do. Yeah, anyway. Not as bad as the last house, so it's fine. Okay, I've got 3 songs left on my list. I'm going to be brave and try this. If it goes badly, just ignore it. If it goes well, thank goodness. You might be here because you heard me on an album called One in a Thousand by an artist band / collaboration duo called Obey Robots. And that was created with Rat from Ned's Atomic Dustbin. And what's been very lovely side effect of that, doing that and putting that record out, is that people have got into Obey Robots and then they've come and joined my mailing list and got into my music. Not that it's not my solo music. The music I created all by myself. And that is wonderful and very kind and lovely. And so far, I've never played any of those songs live because I'm the bassist in that band. I'm the songwriter, the bassist, the keyboard player, the arranger, producer, but I'm not the guitarist in that band, even though I played a few bits of guitar. And to be honest, I play guitar the way I play guitar. Other people play the guitar the way they play guitar. I've got very little interest and or skill to copy someone else's way of playing guitar, so I'll just play stuff the way do you see what I'm saying? I think I'm making my point. So in order to play any of those songs in this context, I would either have to invite Rat over here to play the songs. There's not really any room, and it just makes no sense in so many ways to do that. Or figure some of the stuff out myself from scratch or from the bass lines or something, because he plays so himselfly that it's impossible to copy. This song also, the main song I wanted to perform from the album, there's maybe 3 I would perform, the guitar part's all on one chord forever. If you listen to it, once you know which song it is, you'll know what I'm saying. All the way through, it's the same. So even if he was standing here playing that, it would be very difficult to sing to because there's no other notes, because it's all in the bass. And I'm not going to stand here and play in a duo on a bass and a guitar. That's going to sound absolutely rubbish. So I'm not doing that. So this is a version of a song called Super Connected. Not the Belly song, no. Our song. And we'll see. We'll see what it sounds like, won't we? Right. I drew a target on the back of my neck, 'cause some are more equal than others. Disaster junkies scrape bottomless feet, as long as the self-satisfaction's guaranteed. We hold on to life like everyone tries. If we're super connected, why aren't we all floating in the sea? Stuck with myself, I run for my health, 'cause these pretty flowers can kill ya. Send bottles downstream in an alkaloid dream, sharing this illusion when no one hears you scream. We hold on to life like everyone tries. If we're super connected, why aren't we all floating in the sea? Googly eye? Googly eye. I have 4 googly eyes on my amp. I just have them. Here's another guitar song. This is a song called In the Light. Yes, In the Light Sometimes. It's new. You may have heard it before because I've played it once before at a live stream. It is part of one of the Correspondence Club bundles, in a form that's possibly more like how I'm going to record it for the album, but then I really like this guitar-y version, so I am a bit split on that. I'm just going to try recording it and see what happens. That's all I can do, instead of overthinking everything and doing nothing, which is easy to do. Yeah. Barring an absolute disaster, this song will absolutely be on the new record. All right. I've written down the first line. That's it. Cradling grudges, I'll strip. Cradling grudges, I'll grip till the end, biting my tongue till forever will mend, keeping my peace with inscrutable men, never again. In the light sometimes I fall, pieces. In the light sometimes, in the light sometimes. Grinding up gravel to spit at the sun. Simple affection can never return. Swallowing secrets, protecting my home. I'll build my own. In the light sometimes I fall. In that's it, isn't it? In the light sometimes. What the hang on. That's it. In the light sometimes I fall to pieces. In the dark sometimes I can't believe it. You think I forgive you, but I never mean it. In the light sometimes, in the light sometimes. In the light sometimes I fall to pieces. In the dark sometimes I can't believe it. You think I forgive you, but I never mean it. In the light sometimes, 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 in the light sometimes. And yes, in my head I can hear all the parts, the like EastEnders drum fill, boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be so big. Can't wait. Can't wait. Won't wait. I'll get on with it. Thank you so much for being here. I really like playing my songs, and I wasn't doing it for ages, and I felt really sad about that, but without quite knowing what was going on. And then I started doing it again last September and doing these every month. And then I thought, people aren't going to come every month. People aren't going to want to see that. And then, so that's why I started doing the themed nights, because also to, keep my interest up, because I don't think playing the same songs every month would be interesting for me. And then now, this is just what we do, isn't it? It's what I do anyway. Usually it would be the last Wednesday of every month. It's a week late, because I would have been terrible last week, because I was jet lagged. Poor me. Tiny violins. Anyway, I was just trying to be sensible and have it a bit later. And I can't remember when the next one is. It's on my calendar. I'll put it on YouTube. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please click the link, because I'm trying to do some cool stuff. Sharing adventures in sound and songwriting is my little tagline at the moment. I just got this very cool new instrument called an omnichord. It's new because it actually is new. It's a very old instrument. It's from 1981 originally. I have a model from 1981, the year of my birth, a fine year. And then they just released this new one. Whoa, brand new. It's been off sale since 1996. 1996. In 1996, I was listening to the Garbage album on cassette tape in the schoolyard with my friend Tessa. I was not buying omnichords. The reason it's so great that it's new is because now it's got all these different outputs, which means I can do weird things on my record with it. Super excited. The reason I'm telling you is only because I just put a video up today going through the sounds of this, and if you like nerdy music things, you might like this. I also put videos up every Sunday at the moment called Tea and Empathy, where I sit with a cup of tea, apparently with my pinky finger out, because I'm posh, something, and I talk about various things, and people enjoy them. So that's what I'm doing. Around making my album, I'm doing those things because I need to stay in touch with people, need to feel connected, because everything's very isolating otherwise when you do this weird job that I do. Thank you for enabling me to do that. I really hope you enjoyed the show tonight. If you did, please tell a friend. If you didn't, as I used to say on stage in venues, keep it to yourself. No one likes a complaining person. I don't know if that ever worked. I'm going to play one more song. This is classic end song from my touring days under the name She Makes War. But I did work out a different way of doing this earlier today. If I remember it, I'll do it, and if not, I'll just do it the classic way. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you for enabling this space of creativity and making things up. May we all have spaces like that. If you aren't on my mailing list and you want some free stuff, there's a link in the description box and possibly in the chat box also. Come and get some stuff. I'd love to chat to you sometime in a slightly less one-way way. This song is called Scared to Capsize. It's the very first song I wrote on the ukulele. The chord is this. I don't know the name of it, but it's this. If you play the ukulele, that's how you play this song. And that's that. Oh yes, so that if I do remember to do this the different way, it's because I had this idea of re-recording some of my earlier music under the name Penfriend, because it was recorded under the name She Makes War and released under the name She Makes War. And I would like people who find Penfriend on the internet to know that I have all these other albums that I put out beforehand. And so I thought I could do a kind of Taylor Swift thing where it's like Penfriend's version of some of my earlier songs. So this would be the Penfriend version of this song then.
Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With three little words you lie. I don't think you realize wasn't worried by the time, no, the time, but your nervous whine. Yeah, I know you're scared to capsize. Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With three little words you lied. I don't think you realize I don't think you realize. I don't think you realize.
Thank you so much. Safe home if you're not already home, and I hope to see you again around the internet soon, or in the Correspondence Club, or somewhere. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to me, you, and everyone that we know. Let's celebrate the little things and the big things and everything.